Hey, everybody, and welcome in to Live with Greg this morning. I am talking with some folks over at Brainerd High School, along with Crystal Air this morning, and I'm talking with I have Kobe Rivers. He's a senior aviation student at Brainerd High School, the executive principal at Brainerd High School, Christopher James, along with Taylor Newman from Crystal Air. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
So good to be talking with you guys this morning. First off, I want to start with you, Kobe. You are a senior over at Brainerd High School. How have things been going with COVID-19? How are you handling all of the big changes this year?
Um, it's definitely been a change. It's rough, but I am progressing through it. Trying to get everything turned in, get on the right track, stay on the right track to graduate. Um, Definitely something to adapt to.
You are staying on the right track, my friend. You just received your pilot's license back in the spring. So, first off, before we talk about the whole going through the license process, how in the world did you get interested in aviation?
Um, with me just taking a few trips back and forth to different places around the United States. It's just being up there. It felt like I could just maybe one day I could just do that myself. One day, get up there and fly for an airline or for cargo and just anything. I just felt like I could do it.
And doing that, Mr. James, for you, you're the executive principal over at Brainerd High School. So when you hear about students like Kobe wanting to go into aviation, when you hear something like this, what is this like for you as an administrator?
Well, this experiment, and that's what education is, really and truly, you look at it from the standpoint of, am I helping the kid realize their dreams? Is it, a tangible reality? And so when you hear about a student wanting to do a certain thing and you're able to offer that pathway, it really adds credence to what we do in education. And so I'm excited. I think Kobe's, the flight I was able to actually witness of him, I kind of choked up just a little bit because you're realizing like this is beyond a graduation ceremony. This is someone who's really setting a path for their own life. And so that's what we do in education, especially in high school. We're helping kids reach their goals.
And speaking of helping kids reach their goal, Taylor, over at Crystal Air, you're the owner over there, and you've been partnering with, Brainerd High School on this project. What has this been like for you, helping young people realize their goal, like Kobe?
I think it's been great. I mean, we enjoy, helping young people and helping young people just realize their dream. Various age groups fly with us. We've probably got 7 or 8 people in his age range, I guess, that are learning to fly with us and stepping off into their future dreams and aspirations. I think it's a great thing to be involved with, and just look forward to the future.
Kobe got his pilot's license back in the spring, so he was a junior at the time. How hard is that, Taylor? What is that process like?
It's not complicated. It's just like learning any other task. You just slowly work your way through, one step at a time, moving forward. Building block approach, like learning anything. Just to start with basic skills and then advance those. So just moving forward is just like any other skill set. Just slowly learning the craft and moving forward.
And Kobe, when you were going through the process to become a pilot, what was it like for you?
Like Taylor said, it's not really hard. It's like just going through the process, the different lessons and stuff. You definitely have to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you can miss. It's a lot of information that you have to take in, but it's not hard. I mean,
To see that you have accomplished something so far of getting a pilot's license and you're looking forward to getting your commercial license a little bit later. For other kids that are watching this broadcast, what would you say to them if they want to pursue a career in aviation?
I definitely say go for it. But it is a lot of information that you have to take in. It's a lot of standards that you have to uh work towards. It's gonna be rough. It's definitely gonna be rough, but you can do it.
When you think about the challenges, Kobe, what challenges did you face along the process?
Um, just different type of maneuvers and stuff in the air. Like it's certain things that you have to do to a certain extent in the air that the FAA requires that they wanted to be basically perfect. But yeah, that's about one of the roughest things that you'll go through during your training process.
And Taylor, for you to see Kobe accomplish something at such a young age in high school, what does this say about his mindset and his skill set as he moved forward in his career?
You've got to be determined. I mean, that's determined to have a goal and push forward to make it. There's steps to get there, things like that, and that's what it takes. So, like he said, there's you can't halfway your way through this. You've got to study hard. You've got to there are various things you've got skill sets you've got to learn to get through. They're not crazy hard. They're just things you have to do. And we always pointed out that if for folks that have never flown before or have only flown as a passenger, you watched your parents drive probably. So driving was fairly easy. If you'd watched your parents fly, flying would have been easy. But it's a whole new skill set of things that you need to learn, rules of the road, things like that, that you just got to walk through and understand what needs to happen. So not terribly complicated, just a different set of rules.
And Principal James, I have to ask you, there is a very small percentage of minority pilots out there. What does this say about Brainerd High School, not only just, producing students on the educational front, but also making sure they have some other type of skills to lead them on a path of journey of when they go to college or whatever they decide to do?
Well, it's about the spirit of uplift, and that's where I kind of ground this in. As when I took over as principal, that was one of the major things that I kind of made a statement on is if Chattanooga is going to change, Brainerd High School has to change greatly. And so, a message that I preach to them is that basically you are the next leaders of this community. And so the skill sets that you have, the things that you bring forward, things that you learned today are basically going to transform the community around them. And so therefore we need more Kobe Rivers, with that same tenacity, those aspirations to do big things and dream big and actually, have the courage to go out and do them. And that for me helps transform our community altogether, not just only in Chattanooga, but just on a national scope of us actually producing, quality. And part of our mission and our vision is that we're striving for excellence and committed to growth. And a part of that striving is that we're helping kids reach what quality is and understanding. Sometimes there are no shortcuts. Sometimes you have to go through all those little small processes in order to, come out as the champion. But again, it's one of those things in education, this is what we got into this field for, actually to help kids realize their dreams and continue to push them. We want kids, Kobe's the first of many that's to come from Brainerd High School with a pilot's license. And that's the excitement about it. He's the first in flight, I've coined him. But in 10 years, when we're looking back on this, we're going to say Kobe was the first step of everything that we see here now.
Wow. And Taylor, you guys over at Crystal Air gave him a scholarship as he prepares to go to MTSU next fall. What was it like for you to be able to help him on that journey when it comes to furthering his education after high school?
Well, we're excited to be involved in it. And I've said we're going to give every year have a student at Brainerd High School that we'll teach to fly in this scholarship, and we're just happy to be involved. It's reaching young people, bringing them into aviation. Is just something we're involved with. We love to be involved with, and are happy to be part of it.
And Taylor, I have actually, Kobe, for you, when I think about you, I saw some photos and pictures of your family. When you think about your family, what did they have to say about this accomplishment that you were able to get through?
I think that they basically said that they can brag different. I mean, everybody wants to be an NBA player, NFL player. They wanted to be that in my family, but they definitely said I set a different trend in the family. I just changed the whole family with this.
So you're preparing to go to MTSU next fall. What are your goals for yourself over the next 5-10 years?
Work hard, study hard, train hard, and become the best pilot that I can be.
And one final question for you, my friend. If you can ask students, if you can tell students anything out there when it comes to folks wanting to give up, and I'm sure there were some challenging times for you along this journey, what would you say to those students this morning?
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Even if you want to give up, keep fighting. I promise you, at the end, you'll feel better. Just keep fighting. Don't give up.
Kobe, my friend, thank you for talking to me, and I really appreciate. Congratulations. We're going to talk to his teacher over at Brainerd High School, over Miss Tippett. She is over the Future Ready program. So, Kobe, I really appreciate you talking to me and sharing your story. And we'll talk to you soon, my friend. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Principal James, I have to ask you before we get Ms. Tippett into the broadcast, for you as an educator to see something like this is only the beginning, as you said, for so many kids after Kobe. Where do you see this Future Ready program? Because this is not the only program you guys have at Brainerd High School, but where do you see this program taking your students over the next 10, 20 years?
So we have 7 Future Ready Institute pathways. So we have 3 Future Ready Institutes, and in those we have at least 2 in each one. And so for me, I really see this as being a catalyst for Brainerd High School of actually producing students who leave us with industry certifications, but also have those skills that are necessary for post-secondary education. Along with that, that alone, the thought of it in 10 years to have kids actually come back and be able to, say, I learned this here and now I'm doing this. That's going to be a great thing for the school and for the alumni itself. And so just as an educator, the possibilities that are happening and that those things that are transforming that we're seeing now becoming those realities, like it gives you fuel to continue the work. And
one final question for you, Taylor. For other companies out there in our community, in the Chattanooga community, if they want to get involved in one of these Future Ready programs, what would you say to them why they should get involved with our students? It doesn't matter, which school, but just getting involved. How important is that?
I'll tell a story. You're outgrowing seeds. You're planting seeds in the community for what the future is going to hold. We have a young man that is actually at Purdue now, a sophomore at Purdue. He started flying with us when he was 12. Pursuing an aviation, his parents said, if you do good, we're going to let you go we'll fly one time a quarter or so, something like that. Build on that. So that's building the future here. For Kobe and students like him at Brainerd, I look for, in 3 or 4 years, Kobe will be in a place where he'll be a flight instructor and he can go back and work for us and teach Brainerd students and just build from there and grow the community and just introduce something that, children in the community may not have thought about. Future in aviation, be it in a flying capacity like we are, but there's multiple other capacities for maintenance, air traffic control, airport management, all kinds of stuff that can grow out of this. But it's just building more into the community.
Taylor, I really appreciate you talking to me this morning, and thank you for what Crystal Air is doing here in our community to help so many kids like Kobe, just investing into their future and investing into the schools, I should say. We really appreciate you.
My pleasure. Glad to.
As we move along this morning, I want to bring into the broadcast. Actually, I forgot to change the name here. This is actually Jeanette Tippett, and she is doing some amazing things. Jeanette, I have to ask you, you are the leader of the Future Ready program over at Brainerd High School. For folks who don't know about Future Ready in our community, tell us about it.
Well, Future Ready Institutes is a concept that we started. It's very similar to an academy system that you may see in other school systems across the nation. But what we really try to focus on is preparing students for careers and also college preparatory programs that are focused around their level of interest. And so students get to explore, they get to investigate, they are earning some college credit based on those opportunities. So like yesterday, our aviation students took a dual credit exam through MTSU so they could potentially earn college credit. We're looking at industry certifications to better prepare students for the workforce and potentially college.
For folks that are watching and parents who want to get their kids involved into one of the Future Ready Institutes within Hamilton County Schools, the sign up is already underway. When is the deadline and what is that process like?
The deadline to sign up is January 31st, and they need to fill out an application. If you are interested, you can go to the Brainerd High School website. It's bhs.hcde.org, and you go to a link that we have, School Choice, on that website homepage, and you can fill out the application there. Or you can also go to the Hamilton County Schools website, and there's also a link there for School Choice, and we'll have the School Choice application.
Specifically at Brainerd High School, tell us about some of the Future Ready programs you have there.
Yes, so in aviation, we have 3 pathways. So we have aviation, which includes aviation flight, and we're also doing unmanned remote pilot and drone work. We have mechanics and light repair, supply chain management. And then in entrepreneurship, we have an entrepreneurship and marketing program, cosmetology, and culinary arts. We really want to strive for our students that are in cosmetology and culinary to be their own entrepreneurs. And then we also have law, first responders, and forensic science, which encompasses emergency medical responders, criminal justice, and JROTC.
Principal James, I want to ask you this afternoon, actually this morning, finally, for you to see this program become what it is. You've been in education for quite some time. To see how education has changed over the years, what does this say about Hamilton County Schools making sure kids have that pathway for any type of career they want to go into, literally?
So for the entire county to do it, it's cutting edge. You see certain schools, Nashville has an academy system, but the intentionality that we've placed into the Future Ready Institutes of making sure that students leave us with 5 opportunities, at least 5 opportunities for early post-secondary options. That goes for NBC certification, AP courses, or either college courses. And that's our commitment. Like, we want to see our students be able to leave us with those 5 opportunities, but also a work-based learning opportunity. We're really preparing students for careers that we don't know that are going to happen. And it's those skills that we are, we have tenets for each one of our institutes that we're instilling in students. And we talk about soft skills, but, we still need to have things around professionalism and just very concrete things that we really need students to kind of learn before they leave us. And so for our entire school district to do it, we're putting every student in Hamilton County a step above other candidates that may be entering schools or either careers. And so it's an exciting time in Hamilton County, and I'm glad to be a principal here. I'm glad to be a part of what is happening in Chattanooga around education.
And Ms. Tippett, to see this photo here of Kobe passing his pilot's license certification, what was this like for you as an educator to see a student start from the very beginning in high school at Brainerd High School, become a certified pilot? What was that like for you as you're leading this Future Ready Institute?
Emotional. It was really emotional. So I will tell you that I knew Kobe as a freshman. I was his freshman counselor, and I've watched him grow and mature, and it's just been an amazing journey. And Mr. James and I had the pleasure of going to Crystal Air the day that he took his solo flight, and it really just felt like 3 years of really hard work and have really come together. And so I'm very, very proud. And I know Mr. James is too. So we're really, really proud of what he has accomplished and what our team here at Brainerd. So you called me the leader of Future Ready Institutes here, but really it's a team effort. And our teachers, every teacher in this building surrounds our students and really tries to prepare them in the best way possible and wants the best for them. So and really, Kobe is a testament of the commitment that we have had to the Future Ready Institutes, but also to our students. And I will tell you that Kobe was like a celebrity the day after his solo flight. So Mr. James was posting pictures and everyone saw it. And every teacher and student was in the hallway clapping for him as he came down the hallway that next morning. So we were all just very, very proud of him and what he has done.
And Mr. James, same thing for you. To see Kobe accomplish something like this, what is this like for you as an administrator to see that one of your students is not just, in some, different program, but a student that's flying a plane? That's almost unheard of, especially, in a lot of different communities.
I was kind of better than Miss Tippett. I believe she actually cried. I just kind of chucked it up. But that picture that you showed of his family, we're in that picture. And so for us, it's one of those things, Greg. It was like one of our own kids, someone in our own family, making a major accomplishment. And so, it changes the narrative for students at Brainerd High School. And that's the important thing, that there are great things that are happening at Brainerd. And as an educator, as an administrator, you just go like, yes, this is the right thing. We've been doing the right thing. And Jeanette kind of hinted to it, 3 years in the making. Yes, this dream is coming to reality. And so again, we're excited to see 10 years from now what this looks like and what the trajectory of the programs will take.
I commend all of you for your hard work and what you're doing, working as a team over at Brainerd High School. And Ms. Tippett, one final question. Where can parents go online to register or sign up their kids for any of the Future Ready Institutes at the schools or even over at Brainerd High School?
Sure. They can go to Brainerd High School's website, and we have a link to school choice and Future Ready Institutes on our school website, which is bhs.hcde.org. And they can fill out the application. So if you have an incoming ninth grader for next year, the applications have already opened and they close on January 31st.
Sounds good. Get your applications in, my friends. And I just want to say to both of you, I commend you what you guys are doing at Brainerd High School. And I know that so many amazing blessings are going to come over the next years to come because you guys are on the right track.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.